significant role on the international stage. And this afternoon there was sorrow and regret expressed around the world, including at the White House.
You know, our hearts and our thoughts go to the family members of the Queen, goes to the people of the United Kingdom, our relationship with the people of the United Kingdom, and this is something that the President has said himself, has grown stronger and stronger.
The President of France, Emmanuel Macron, said Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth embodied the continuity and unity of the British nation for over 70 years. I keep the memory of a friend of France, a Queen of Hearts who marked her country and her century forever. The Indian Prime Minister, Narendra Modi, said Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth will be remembered as a stalwart of our times. She provided inspiring leadership to her nation and people. And the President of Ukraine, Volodymyr Zelensky, said it is with deep sadness that we learned of the death of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth. On behalf of the Ukrainian people, we extend sincere condolences to the royal family, the entire United Kingdom and the Commonwealth over this irreparable loss.
As her 12th Canadian Prime Minister, I'm having trouble believing that my last sit down with her was my last. I will so miss those chats. She was thoughtful, wise, curious, helpful, funny, and so much more.
She was dubbed by one of her biographers as Queen of the World, visiting hundreds of countries throughout her reign. She was monarch of 15 separate realms, the head of a commonwealth of some 56 nations. So it was little surprise that news of the Queen's death made headlines around the world.
The Queen has passed away. The Queen died peacefully, the royal family says, at Balmoral this afternoon.
Throughout her reign, the Queen was a living embodiment of the transatlantic relationship, meeting no fewer than 12 US presidents. In a statement, President Biden described her as a stateswoman of unmatched dignity and constancy. Barack Obama said she'd reigned with grace, elegance, and a tireless work ethic. She listened deeply, he said, thought strategically, and was responsible for considerable diplomatic achievements. Views echoed on the streets of Washington.
I admire her greatly. Yeah, I'm so sorry that she's passed. I mean, she's an icon here, everywhere.
Horrible. I've been reading about her my whole life. She's one of the sane people in the UK, like the US, and that's just sad.
As head of the Commonwealth, the Queen nurtured and shaped a unique international organisation, binding together 2.5 billion people. And it was to a meeting of Commonwealth leaders that the Queen made her last overseas tour in 2015, visiting Malta, an island she'd once called home, the bookend of a life of duty and diplomacy on the international stage. James Landale, BBC News.